Welcome to Heartline Letters, where the night feels a little less lonely, and the stories we share remind us how connected we really are. Tonight, I have a letter from one of you, an anonymous listener. It's a Dear John letter, the kind of goodbye that's been carried in someone's heart for a long time. Now, if you've ever loved and lost, this one's for you. Let's hear it. Dear John, it's been a long time since we last spoke. I don't know if you ever think about me, but tonight I found myself thinking about you. Or maybe I should say, thinking about us. Do you remember our Sunday morning routines? You'd always wake up first, put the kettle on, and make me tea, 2 sugars, no milk, just the way I liked it. I can still picture you leaning against the kitchen counter, humming whatever song was stuck in your head that week. You couldn't carry a tune to save your life, but God, I loved hearing you try. I love that. Off-key humming and all. It's always the little, everyday moments, isn't it? The ones you don't realize mean so much until they're gone. Sometimes when the mornings were quiet enough, you'd pull me into a dance right there in the kitchen, barefoot and half awake. We'd sway to the sound of the kettle whistling, and I'd laugh because you always tried to lead, but somehow we'd end up stepping on each other's toes. Those mornings felt like magic, John. You made life feel lighter, like nothing else mattered as long as we had those stolen moments together. Magic in the mundane. Isn't it funny how love turns the smallest gestures into memories that shine the brightest? Let's see where this story takes us. But life isn't always magic, is it? Somewhere along the way, things changed. We stopped dancing in the kitchen. We stopped talking about our dreams. I think we both started keeping our secrets, things we were afraid to say out loud because they felt too big, too heavy. I know you felt it too, that distance growing between us, like we were holding on to something that had already slipped through our fingers. But neither of us wanted to be the one to let go. That's the hardest part, isn't it? When love is still there, but it feels different. Like you're both trying to hold on to something that's no longer the same. I remember the day we finally said it. You told me you wanted a future, a house, a family, the whole picture. And I wasn't ready. I wasn't sure if I'd ever be ready for the things you wanted. You didn't get angry, John, you just nodded, that quiet kind of understanding that made it hurt even more. You told me you hoped I'd find what I was looking for and that you wished you could have been enough. But the truth is, you were enough, you were more than enough. I just didn't know how to be honest with myself, let alone with you. Wow. That's a lot to carry, isn't it? Loving someone and knowing they're everything you need but not being ready or able to give them what they need. It took me a long time to stop blaming myself for what happened, for the ways we fell apart. And it took even longer to see the beauty in what we had. You taught me so much, John. You taught me how to love without fear, how to be present in the moment, and how to see the world through someone else's eyes. You showed me what it meant to be truly seen, and I'll never forget that. That's the gift of love, isn't it? Even when it doesn't last forever, it teaches us something we carry with us always. I want you to know I'm okay now. I've found peace, and I hope you have too. I hope you're dancing in the kitchen with someone who laughs at your off-key humming and steps on your toes in all the best ways. And if you ever think of me, I hope it's with a smile, because even though we didn't last, you'll always be a part of me. Take care, Anonymous. Wow. To Anonymous, thank you for trusting us with this. Letters like these remind us that endings aren't failures. They're transitions. They're part of the story, not the whole of it. And to anyone listening tonight who's still carrying the weight of a goodbye, I want to tell you this. It's okay to miss them. It's okay to hold on to the good moments while moving forward. And it's okay to take your time. You're not alone in this. Breakups may feel like endings, but they can also be beginnings. So take it one day at a time and remember, the love you gave wasn't wasted. It's part of who you are now. This is Heartline Letters. Stay with us. We'll be back with more stories from the heart.